and welcome back to Cooking for Two 101. Today we're going back in time. We're going to make sloppy joes from your youth, and they're going to be so good you're going to feel like you were 7 again. Seriously. To get started, we need a half a chopped onion, a half a pound of ground beef, Worcestershire, red wine vinegar, ketchup, mustard, garlic, paprika, a little bit of brown sugar, and some tomato paste. That's how easy it is. We're going to start off in a cold pan. And the reason we're using a cold pan is because we want these onions to release their flavor, not brown, and melt basically into this delicious ground beef. So we're going to put those into the pan. We're going to turn it on to about, I'm going to go with medium high. You don't want it to brown. You just want it to cook. And while this is happening, oh, by the way, this is 80-20. If you have lean ground beef, that's probably a little better. We're going to have to pull some of the fat off of this later. If you have lean ground beef, use that, but I didn't, so we're going to use this. We're going to cut this down, just chop it up into little tiny chunks, because the goal is to get all of the beef the same size, about the size of these onions. This takes a minute, or maybe 7 or 10. So when we're there, we'll come back. I'll show you what it looks like. A quick side note, which I forgot to say, is that if you want green peppers in, now's the time to do it. Chop them up just like your onion. But I'm an adult, so I'm going to put some jalapeno peppers. This is just a half a jalapeno, seeded and diced. But I want to put it in now because I want it to get soft too. And I'm sorry I forgot about that. But anyway, moving on. Okay, our ground beef is all chopped up. You want it into little tiny pieces like this. It's almost completely cooked, but it doesn't matter because we're going to keep cooking it. All right, we've got our ground beef. It's pretty much fully cooked. And they're nice and chopped up into little tiny pieces. This is what I did to get them there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a tablespoon of tomato paste just right in the center here, because we want the tomato paste to cook a little bit before we mix it in with everything. It doesn't take long, just a couple seconds. It kind of changes color, like to a more brick red than a tomato red. And that's when you know you're good to go. The next step is to pick up any of the fond that's built up on the bottom of the pan. And I have a non-stick skillet, so there's not a lot, but we still want to do it because any little bit of flavor is going to be delicious flavor to add to our sloppy joe. And to do that, we're just going to add about 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to just push the spatula or whatever you're using around the pan and pull up anything that may have stuck to the bottom. That is flavor. We want it. We want it in our sandwich, not in our pan. All right, good. That looks great. Now we're going to add all the fun flavors. Everybody knows there's ketchup in sloppy joes, because ketchup is a kid's best friend, quite frankly. So we're going to put in 1/4 cup of ketchup, because really, seriously, that's the star of the show. We're going to also put in about 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard. You could use any mustard. You don't go buy yellow mustard if you don't have it. We're going to do a couple dashes of Worcestershire. This just give it a little deeper beef flavor. A little splash, maybe a teaspoon of red wine vinegar. A teaspoon of minced garlic. You could use fresh if you want to, but be careful. You don't want it to burn. And now the magic ingredient. Oh wait, I forgot. Paprika. Maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. And then the brown sugar. The brown sugar is what makes kids like this meal. It makes this meat sweet. We're going to start with about 2 tablespoons, and then we're going to test it along the way. I'm going to stir all these ingredients in. Oh, smells amazing. I'm so excited. Once it becomes combined, we're going to add some more water, and then we're going to cook it all down until the water evaporates. And that's what's going to create the consistency that we want our sloppy joe to be. We don't want it to fall off the bun. We don't want it to be crunchy. We just want it to be warm, yummy. I don't know, what's the word? It's just like, I don't know. It's just like deliciousness. It's just a hamburgery deliciousness. All right, we're getting close. So everything's mixed together, and I'm gonna add in the rest of this 1 cup of water that I started with. And this is, it seems crazy, but trust me, the water is what makes the magic happen. It takes all the seasonings and spices that we added and combines it and makes it become the sauce. This is gonna take probably 10 minutes, maybe 12, but it's worth it. Just stir it every now and then. We're on medium heat right now. We want it to simmer and we want all that water to evaporate. All right, we'll be back when that's done. Okay, so most of the moisture has evaporated and it's getting really thick and delicious looking, which is what we want. I'm gonna taste it for seasoning because this is supposed to be sort of sweet, so I'm gonna add maybe another teaspoon of brown sugar. Maybe 2 teaspoons because it's supposed to be sweet. You do this to your taste. If you don't want it to be sweet like when you were a little kid, then don't do it, but that's what sloppy joes are all about. I'm gonna stir this in. It's gonna cook for, I don't know, we're pretty close. Maybe 2 more minutes. We're on medium low. We don't want this part to burn because then it'll, no bueno. Oh, this is so good. The next part, actually, this is perfect. It's starting to simmer and we're getting some steam here. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put my little baker's rack right over my pan here and steam the bun. Yeah, that's all right. That's what I'm doing. We're gonna leave it like this for about 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, she's ready. The buns are steamed. Yum. In case you're wondering, these are for the cameraman. I'm gonna get rid of this and look at that. Sloppy Joe perfection. We're gonna scoop it all up. Here's how you know you succeeded. Scoop it up onto the pan and it stays put. That's Sloppy Joe. That's exactly what you want. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The best day ever. I'm so excited. All right, I'm gonna build a Sloppy Joe. Just like that. She's beautiful. Yum. Okay, it's too hot to eat. I'm gonna have to let it cool down. So when it does, I'll come back and try it. Okay, here I am going back into my past. I'm gonna try my delicious Sloppy Joe. Look at that, it's not falling out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, so good. It's moist, it's sweet. It totally reminds me of being back with the lunch food tray, a carton of milk. It's delicious. Be patient, wait till that water evaporates, and enjoy your Sloppy Joe. And serve it with tater tots. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. We're really glad you're here. See you soon.